Coming up, we take a look at what students have planned for Valentine's Day. And later, could meditating actually improve your grades? More coming up.
Love is in the air. Oh wait, that's just Iowa basketball. But I'm not talking about last night's games. I'll break down the men's and women's games for you later in sports.
Coming up, we'll see if the weather in Iowa City will be warmer than the hearts on America's least favorite holiday.
All that and more coming up on this Friday morning edition of DITV News. Don't go anywhere. DITV News starts right now. Good morning and thank you for tuning in. I'm John Chenoweth. Valentine's Day is here, and although it can be a tough holiday for some, many students have plans that they are excited about. DITV reporter Bryn Oken found out what students are looking forward to.
This week I went around campus seeing how students were preparing for Valentine's Day. First, I stopped at the IMU to see what some people's plans were. What are your plans for Valentine's Day this year?
My plans for Valentine's Day this year will be to hang out with friends at the house and just have a good day.
Me and my friends are going to watch the sequel to All the Boys I Loved Before.
Absolutely nothing.
I'll be going to Chop House.
Currently, I'm not doing anything, just hanging out with some friends.
So I'm just going to be hanging out with my friends. We're going to be each other's Valentines.
I am working at the IMU Welcome Center with my good friend Riley.
Well, it's going to be my 20-and-a-half birthday, so I'm celebrating. The theme is I Love Brandy.
Have you heard of any events going on around campus for this week?
For this week, I know today there's a Valentine's Global Buddy thing that's going on from 5 to 7.
I know Student Wellness was going to do a condom crawl in the bars, but I'm not sure if that's still going on.
Next, I headed over to the Siemens Center to check out one of the Valentine's Day activities the university had to offer for myself. In the engineering library, Deanne Wattman, director of the Nexus Engineering and Art program, led a group of students in creating pop-up Valentines they were able to light up. This event supplied participants with all the supplies needed to create beautiful Valentine's Day cards while learning some basic engineering at the same time.
This is a positive and a negative force. These are little tiny LEDs that have one part on the negative and one part on the positive, which completes an electronic circuit and makes the lights light up.
Reporting for DITV News, I'm Bryn Oken.
Thanks, Bryn. Some of those responses were pretty depressing, not going to lie, but not as depressing as the weather's been lately. It's been absolutely freezing. There's really not much more I can say. Hopefully Cole in the weather studio can tell me that it gets, 10 degrees warmer I would be okay with. So Cole, let's toss it over to you.
Thanks, John. Today we'll be sitting around a cold 21 degrees this morning. Looking forward to this evening, though. It'll be a pretty cool 16 degrees with some cloud cover for those of you that don't participate in this greeting card company holiday either. For the next 5 days, Saturday will be 39 with some clouds before bottoming out to 23 that night. And then on Sunday, we'll manage to get up into the low 40s before heading back down to 32 Sunday night. Monday, we've got some freezing rain coming through as we stay in the low 40s during the day before dropping down to the high 20s that evening. And on Tuesday, we'll drop into the 30s before free falling into the single digits Tuesday evening. I guess sometimes the weather really just is as cold as the hearts here in Iowa City. Back to you, John.
Thank you, Cole. That was also depressing. Exams are coming up and many students will be feeling stressed. DITV reporter Elizabeth Nerda sat down with a meditation expert to learn how the meditation can help students.
Students who practice TM do better in school.
Transcendental Meditation, better known as TM, is a service that many students can have access to at the university. Eric Hoffman, a teacher of Transcendental Meditation, held a discussion about how this type of meditation can actually improve grades.
It allows the mind to function more clearly, more restfully, more alertly, and it allows the body to feel more healthy.
Many students have exams this week and next week. I asked them how they are coping with their upcoming exams. How do you feel about your exams coming up?
I'm stressed out. I'm scared.
What are you doing to de-stress?
Well, I'm actually in a class called Relaxation Techniques.
Although students use different tools to clear their mind, TM is an ongoing practice but can be accomplished with only a few sessions.
So TM is an effortless procedure. It does not take a lot of work to learn. We really would think that by the time you finish the 4 principal days of instruction, that you would be able to do it on your own and successfully.
Things are really heating up here in week 4, and while I choose to de-stress with Netflix and coloring pages, I might check out TM. From the Iowa City Public Library, I'm Elizabeth Neruda, DITV News.
Thank you, Elizabeth. If you want to get more involved with TM, visit TM Iowa City. Iowa City poet Jace Nguyen recently released her poetry book titled Strawberry Days. This book highlights Nguyen's love of strawberries while discussing her experiences with love, self-harm, and being the daughter of immigrants. Nguyen believes that it is important to share her experiences because others may not have access to such themes, especially with Iowa's predominantly white population. The poet explained that although it is not comfortable for people to listen to these themes, it is important to talk about them. But why did she pick strawberries to explain her life story? According to Nguyen, strawberries have been an integral part of her life since childhood. She explains the importance, saying, quote, "I think it plays off of the haziness and fogginess and just contrast between strawberries, which are usually tart and sweet, and days that are maybe not so much that," end quote. Along with poetry, Nguyen plays musical gigs around Iowa City. The strawberry lover sings while playing the ukulele and will often share one of her poems with the audience after her performance. For more information on Jace Nguyen, look for the print edition of the Daily Iowan. It's on stands now. Now in sports, we are talking about some wrestling, maybe some basketball. Let's toss it over to sports and see what she has to say. Maddie?
Well, sports is just a little depressing today, John. Both the women's and men's basketball teams were on the road last night, and frankly, it wasn't a pretty sight for either of them. The men's team took on Indiana in Assembly Hall and lost by a score of 89-77, and that wasn't even the worst part. Freshman guard C.J. Frederick went out of the game due to an ankle injury and didn't return. With no timetable yet for Frederick, Iowa will have to rely on their bench when they head to Minnesota on Sunday. Now heading to the East Coast, the women's team traveled to Maryland and really didn't put up much of a fight. Monica Susano was perfect shooting 7-7, but it wasn't enough for the Hawks to get the win. Maryland annihilated the Hawks 93-59. Now on a positive note, it was announced yesterday Tom Brands and his staff would be getting a contract extension through the 2026 season. With this contract extension, it means he's going to be the man in charge of this new state-of-the-art wrestling facility. The Board of Regents approved those plans earlier this week, and Tom gave us the insight on what the next step is.
The next step is very important. Next step is, since approval, we can be more aggressive with our planning. Very important because we've been in a little bit of holding pattern on what we can do as far as planning. We're raising money. We're a little less than halfway there. We got $10 million raised. We got to keep hammering that. It's not slowing down. It didn't slow down, but this approval really opens things up for us.
It's still unclear on when this facility is going to be finished, but some of the older guys on the team, like Carter Happel, might not get the chance. Happel has been in and out of the lineup, filling in for an injured Max Murin throughout the season. But Happel knows that he always has to be ready so he doesn't let the team down.
I mean, even if we're not in the lineup necessarily, we all still want that goal. So just focusing on that end goal. It's the Big Ten. I mean, every match is going to be difficult if it's ranked number 2 guy or if it's not a ranked guy. You know, it's like every match is going to be tough, and you just got to keep your head in there and fight for those points.
It's still unclear who's going to get the call for the 141-pound match this Saturday. But no matter who gets the nod, Carver Hawkeye Arena is going to be loud when they take on Minnesota. That's it from me in the sports studio, but come back on Monday to find out how women's gymnastics does against Michigan in Carver Hawkeye Arena. John, back to you.
Thank you, Maddie. If you aren't sure what to get your significant other for Valentine's Day, look no further. This Valentine's Day, Tyson is giving away $10,000 and a year's supply of chicken nuggets to one lucky individual. All you have to do to enter is to create a tasty Tyson's chicken nugget bouquet and share a picture of it on Twitter with the hashtag NuggetBouquetContest. Make sure to tag @TysonBrand in your post as well. The winner will be announced in late February. For more information, visit www.tyson.com. That's all we have for you on this Valentine's morning edition of Friday News. We're going to close it out. So thank you, Iowa City. Have a good day.